The military pay allotment system is the most effective way to manage your money, especially when deployed. With it, you can automatically pay your bills on time, save and invest for the future, and preserve your good credit history or create one. That's the recommendation of Major General Robert Dickerson, retired. He served 36 years in the Marine Corps, including Commanding General of Marine Installations East.
We started an allotment process, and we also opened 2 checking accounts. So I had one while I was deployed. At the same time, my wife had one to take care of all the finances. But you can't depend on sending cash or checks or money orders back and forth. So you make an allotment so your family can take care of themselves while they're back at home.
Carrie Daniels, financial advisor and former Army spouse, protected her family's financial future with the allotment system.
My husband and I had an allotment in place, and we put money towards our car payment, savings account, and our IRAs, and also a joint investment account for, other investments besides retirement.
Army Sergeant Major David Houghton says the allotment system is especially helpful when deployed.
If that money comes out on its own, it's something you don't have to worry about, which is especially important if you deploy on short notice, if you try to rely on mail or an overseas internet connection, that can get questionable.
Hugo Gonzalez, who served in the Marines for 13 years, says you put your credit at risk without an allotment. As the finance manager at a dealership, he has seen those cases come across his desk.
Service members that might have deployed and did not have allotments set up, might have had some missed payments in some of the accounts. That also will count against them.
Another Marine veteran, Burke Gardner, is the business manager at the same dealership.
That's one of the recommendations I make to all my military members, is the fact that I spent some time in the military, and I deployed 3 different times, and I know that I had no more than 48 hours notice every single time I deployed, which means that if I didn't have my payments already set up to where that money was coming out, regardless of where I was, then there was no way that I would have been able to keep my credit up. One of the biggest situations I see that causes compromised credit is deployments. If that person's not ready with their payments already made before it's ever even deemed that they're going to go, there's a good chance they won't have the opportunity to set that up before they leave. And if you're in, Afghanistan, it's very difficult to write a check to a bank and get it there on time.
It isn't any easier at sea, which is why retired Navy Captain Peter Hunt used allotments during his 30-year career, which included air boss of the USS Nimitz.
That's the best way to do it. Have it automatically paid so that you're never late, which helps your credit rating, and then eventually you are old enough, have a family, you want to buy a home, and your credit rating is solid, and your interest rate is significantly lower when you go to buy that home.
Learning points. Use the military allotment system to manage your money. You can automatically save and invest for the future, and automatically pay your bills on time. Timely payments build a solid credit history and higher credit scores. And higher credit scores mean lower interest rates when you borrow money. This special video for military personnel and their families has been brought to you compliments of Aware. Aware is a vehicle financing industry coalition to help consumers understand how auto financing works. The group provides potential buyers of new and used autos with the tools and resources they need to successfully navigate the auto financing process.